Hey, it's Aaron the Metal Theologian with quarantine wings growing out here and like looking like shit, right? Could be worse. Could be so much worse, man. I got nothing to complain about. So, I've kind of been in a little bit of a cheesy frame of mind. Like a couple days ago, I just felt like listening to some cheesy shit. And actually, I'll tell you what kind of started me off on this was, I'm kind of wanting to support my local shop right now, and they haven't been sitting on it for a long time, but they had a copy of this sitting there, and I was like, you know something, man? I've always thought Gary Moore kind of sucked, you know what I mean? But what I really know is like, Run for Cover and Later. I don't really know this earlier stuff so much. I mean, his earlier 80s stuff, you know. So, I was like, oh, what the hell, this one probably is the best cover out of all of them. Not that it's great, but... So, I actually sent Scott a picture. I was like, is this worth $10? He was like, I think it is. But, he sort of equivocated a little. I was like, fuck it, man, I'm just going to do it. So, anyway, this kind of got me going, because the fact is, this record is really pretty mediocre. But I really enjoyed it a lot. And something, this is like why it's important to not only to not be too disappointed with bands who aren't like great. You know what I mean? Because there's so many reasons to hate this record. But here's the thing though. Okay, like Empty Rooms. Oh my god, dude. Law of the Jungle, the last song on here is probably the best song. But they just repeat the chorus too many times. It's like you're done. And just little things like that. But on the other hand, Gary Moore is a much better singer than I remember him being sort of in my head. There's also a few years earlier than that, right? But even more than that, man, I just enjoy this fucking record. So yeah, it's funny. I'm saying I like this. This isn't really a recommendation, because I don't know. I won't stake my reputation on this record or anything. But I really like it. So I've been busting out some other corny shit along the same lines. Yeah, okay, so I pulled this one out. I don't know if anyone else has this one. Simon Magnus. When I got this, I was kind of hoping I knew it wasn't going to be, heavy, but I got this really cheap, and, saw that guy and kind of went, oh, shit. And I think I played it once and put it away and forgot about it. I've had this thing for, 10 years, but I busted it out, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty rockin' for, really wimpy kind of, sort of quasi-metal, you know what I mean? This goes right along with Gary Moore. And from that standpoint, it's great. Actually, Gary Moore's probably better than Simon Magnus, but even though that guy has a mustache to match his pose, it's a little hard to argue with that. I actually pulled this one out too, but I actually haven't even played it yet. I kind of have balls to, because I really hated this one. The only reason, whatever. It's not that I kind of got suckered into based on the cover, but if you know this one, it's pomp shit, right? Maybe, sounds like arena rock shit is what they're going for, that era of, they don't sound like Journey, but that sort of caliber of band, Boston or something like that. Maybe a little heavier than that, but... So yeah, so I'm going to put this back on one of these days, but I already kind of backed off the cheese a little, so maybe I'll file it away again instead. This one I played, though. I actually played this one a couple times and really enjoyed it. And same deal in the past. I just thought these guys were kind of wimpy, Silverwing, But, they are kind of wimpy. And the songwriting isn't that great either. But some of these songs are really cool, and it's just executed with a lot of sincerity, and it's bam, you know what I mean? You got a record that's perfectly enjoyable, even though it's not great at all. I feel like I'm becoming the prophet of records that aren't great, especially with metal though, you know what I mean? There's so much, and then you go and listen to a bunch of those, and then you come back around, you really appreciate a truly great one when you bust it out, you know what I mean? And then there's shit like this. This record is so fucking good. I actually love this record. When I'm I want some cheesy records, I reach for the Messiah Prophet. I just love this record more and more, you know what I mean? It's so, focused, you know what I mean? This is actually their second record. They had another one before this one, apparently. I don't know if it was a private press on a different label, but I think this is the only one on Pure Metal. But I don't know, I've been afraid to check that one out, because if it's not like this one, I'd be really disappointed, you know? I mean, I remember fucking when John Bip Bop Boom was like making his reputation around here. Part of it was talking about that guy. I mean, it really doesn't get any cheesier than that. But yeah, great record. Absolutely fantastic, man. If you can like take like, if you're good like with your motherfucking metal being like molten and like taking a big chunk of cheese and just hucking it in, fucking Messiah Prophet is really good, man. Look at this guy, he's rocking so hard. Look at that motherfucker. Awesome. Alright, so here's a little public service announcement, okay? Now this just came out. I'm actually proud to say I was the first to pre-order this when it was announced. I have it on good authority. Name of the label guy. But yeah, this Paradox record, awesome, man. This is like really solid. It's Jesus metal, but it's like, it kind of creeps through from time to time. But this is just a really good record. It doesn't have any of that sort of corn. It has a little bit of the cheese in it, but not like the Messiah Prophet. This is like a really good band that like just sorry, I was thinking about this guy also has a cod piece in the picture. Scott like sent me a copy of this picture, and I figure if there's anytime there's a record where the guy's wearing a cod piece, that increases the odds that it's going to be good. So you couple it with that mustache, and you just got a winner right there. Anyway, this is a really cool metal record. They didn't press up a whole lot of these. Apparently, this was a demo that originally came out. Either that, it was they recorded. It was supposed to be an LP. It sounds really good. It doesn't sound like a demo. But yeah, it was something like that. I don't know. Anyway, they're called Paradox. It's not the same band as the German Paradox. And you can get this shit from, it's a limited run vinyl, but I think you can get some retroactives, so just fucking look it up and get a copy of that, because it's good. Alright, now let's look for some more cheesy ones. Here's the other thing, actually, I'm looking for cheese, but also a lot of sort of new wave of British heavy metal sound. So, like, this isn't really all that cheesy, you know what I mean? I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, look at the cover. But, yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know, maybe it's like on a par with like early Accept as far as heaviness. The songs might even be a little bit better than like that second Accept record, you know. But some Spanish like nobody band, Mazo or something, 1982. Not that heavy, but really enjoyable, you know. And songwriting isn't bad either. It's not like tremendous, but there are a lot of things to like about this record. I feel like I'm describing it for shit, but I think I pulled it out after I pulled out this guy. So it's kind of scratching a similar itch. I wish I had a better comparison, because Mazo really doesn't sound like AC/DC. Like, kind of vibes out in a similar way, but they don't have that boogie thing going on so much. I mean, there's sort of like little hints of it, but it's not like that's their deal, like with AC/DC, you know? Anyway, I still love this record. Yeah, what am I going to say about that one? If you're watching my channel, I'm sure you know it. Oh, here's another one I finally spent a little bit of time with. Actually, you know something? Here's a band that sort of is a similar sort of vibe as Mazo, is Baron Rojo. Except I don't think this is very good at all. I mean, I was really kind of bummed. I really want to like this band, you know? But, I mean, I don't hate them. You know, if I put it on, I'll, like, let it run through and shit. But they just weren't really ever that great, you know what I mean? If it's a choice between getting a Baron Rojo record and getting a, I don't know, an AC/DC record, yeah, it's pretty easy. So anyway, even though this guy looks awesome. Actually, I don't think I saw what we're listening to right now, so there's actually a comp of Irish shit. This is green metal. And yeah, I don't know this particularly well yet, but it's a few bands, like Black Witch had a record. I have a reissue of that one. I didn't cough up for an original, but it's like half a dozen bands. Most of them have 2 songs each. They're just like nobody bands from Ireland, and they sound really good, you know? That's kind of cool because it's just like awesome metal. It's not like gimmicky because it's Irish or something like that. And the reason I bring that up is there's one song in here that's in, you know, I feel like in this country people kind of romanticize Ireland a little bit, and it's like I almost feel like if you're actually Irish, like there's this pressure on you to like, I don't know, be a fucking leprechaun or something, you know what I mean? Sort of act like Irish as opposed to just like digging hard rock, you know what I mean? And that's where this record really fucking delivers, is they're just like, yeah, this is what we like, and it's like, fuck this, like, anything else, basically. This record's great, I played this one too. Fucking Raising Fear by Armored Saint. You know, I think I kind of was slow on this band in part because I tried with the earlier shit, and I think this record is so much better than March of the Saint. It's kind of ridiculous. It really is. So I still don't think it's tremendous. I don't think Armored Saint were ever like a fantastic band, but you know, again, enjoyable shit, man. I'm just sitting around wanting to look at shit. You know, I've played all my fucking Black Sabbath records 1,000 times. You know, it's like not everything can be that great. So find some other shit. Here's another one I tried to digest a little bit. This was really a little bit goofy for my taste. But I kind of dig what they're doing. This really reminded me a lot of what Frank Zappa was doing around the same time, actually. Like, more than I realized. This record actually came from Lee in Canada. I hope you're all subscribed to Noise Spectrum, because you damn well should be. But, yeah, this came from him, like, a couple of years ago now. And I don't know, I've never fully assimilated it. You know, I played it a couple of times, but I think I'm getting my head around it. It's not my favorite thing ever, but it's interesting, and, I don't know, man, it's just a piece of history, you know? Same deal, right? You just, like, enjoy records. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Hang on a second. There's a fucking palmetto bug. Yeah, getting that motherfucker to run away. It's coming towards me. If you don't live in the South, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you do, you do. Alright, so here's another record that's sort of in a similar vein as the, actually, here's two fucking more. With, the Baron Rojo, that isn't, like, particularly good, and the Mazzo, which is pretty good. So here's this one. Now, this is a little bit more, like, straight-up metal, but it still has a really sort of early and kind of primitive sound, the way, the Mazzo does. This is also, like, I think it's 82, Archangel? They recorded in 81 in Venezuela, so... Yeah, I mean, there's some fucking, you know, modern-sounding metal for that, but... Fantastic, by the way, man. Don't snooze on those guys. And this one's about a similar sort of vibe, too. You know, it's like a heavy dose of, like, hard rock in it, but still, like, unapologetically metal, and that is not shown up. This is the Berserks record. You can see that. Yeah, they're Italian. That's a great cover, even if it's kind of hard to see in the thing. Anyway, the first song is The Sex Symbol Machine. And then there's another song called Ice and Dark. There you go, man. Fucking Berserks. Yeah, same deal. They're not the heaviest thing, but they're really early and really kind of rocking. Now here we go, man. Here's a cheesy one. Look, you know what this record's famous for? The Acoustic Flying V. I know I've never seen one of those in real life. Anyway, though, you know, it's funny because this band, like, if you listen to, like, the old, like, marketing where it says a Barren Cross sounds like Iron Maiden, this is going to be really disappointing, this record, because it's not. But if you just dig, like, a really solid, like, metal record, good songs, good delivery, you know, it's a good record, man, you know? So there we go, man. Like, lots of mediocre shit today, huh? So here's another one, by the way, similar vibe. I was loving this. Helix. This one came from Mr. Eric Weinbender, actually. I hope you all subscribe to him, too. Hell of a guy. And, oh, I don't know. I don't want to get all, like, you know, maudlin, but this came at a time when I really kind of need a little something positive in my life, so, it's very much appreciated. Anyway, it's second Helix record. It's great. What else we got here? There's a few more in here. Let's see. Silver Wing, Bluebeard. Well, we pretty much went through all those. What else do we have over here? Yeah, actually, this is a little nod of the head to Marty Worm, or tip of the hat to Marty Worm. I'm fucking up my metaphors here. Yeah, this was like a really important record in his development, and I've never had this, and it's a great package. So, I mean, I just noticed they spelled Sabbath wrong too. They spelled it S-A-B-A-T-T instead of two B's and one T. Anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously I know most of the stuff on here, but you know, I do know all the bands, maybe not every song, but like, it's just fantastic shit, man. You know, it's a good package, and I just love comps like this, or comps like this, you know what I mean? So, yeah, fucking Doomsday News. This one I haven't played yet, actually. But, you know, I don't need to play it to tell stories about it, right? 'Cause that's like what I'm fucking doing right now. So, yeah, what else? Yeah, the other shit I've been doing is I've been listening to a lot of soul jazz. I think I mentioned that in the last video, too, but, like, this is like a recent one on this label called Coal Mine, which I might actually do like a whole video about because I've been so like into this shit, you know. But this is just like an organ jazz trio, like soul jazz. It's just fucking fantastic, man. Organ, guitar, drums, and Delvon Lamar just fucking. It's just so good. There's another album too that I might have shown last time. If not, I'll show you the other thing. But same deal. It's just fucking fantastic. It's like great soul jazz. Like it's like the best of like it has the same sort of like everything you love about like the 60s organ jazz, but like the guitar player on this one really kind of sounds like he came from a rock background. You know what I mean? Like he's a rock guitar player and he's playing with this jazz band now and he knows how to play jazz. He's not like Inet, but like he's a rock player first, you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of awesome because it's almost like, you know, with the whole like fusion thing, there's some kind of self-conscious about fusion always. And this isn't self-conscious. It's almost like, okay, we've digested what we're going to take from rock, and this is how it's incorporated now, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just that way because that's how we're doing it, not like we're fusing these things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a fantastic record, man. So, yeah, I'm out of shit to say. So there we go. I'm trying to think. I've been playing the Guardian Legend again on the Nintendo. I did play that all the way through once before, but that's just such a good game, man. When you have like a whole afternoon to kill, it's like, you know something? I'm not good enough to crank the whole thing out, but I'm, you know, at the final boss again after a couple days. It's like, it's that kind of game, you know, you just play it through and it's a lot of fun, you know? Sort of like Legend of Zelda. Oh, that one I can play through in an afternoon. Yeah. We're watching Jesus movies, too. I don't know if Jack Van Impe was still on at the beginning of this, but this is fantastic. This is, it's called The Grim Reaper. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.